And look at this, guys. Look at the amount of snow they've had here. They've had to push it all the way. Really, really deep snow. Fantastic. This is what we don't see. Look at the view around here. Isn't this stunning? Perfect. Right, gonna sort my paperwork out and get to the border. Right, guys, we have officially got our carnet stamped. We are on the border of France and Switzerland, and this view is just stunning. There she is, parked there in the lay-by. Watch the eyes when we come back. Slippery here. Nearly fell over coming down. Took about 15 minutes. It took a bit longer than expected to get the carnet done because someone put the wrong date on the carnet. Not me, it was one of the officers in Switzerland. Anyway, check out. Really deep snow. It's fantastic. And we don't see this every day, so yeah. Next to the truck there. Swish round there to the border. And now we, my friends, are going to get as far through France as we can. And God knows where we're going to stop tonight. But UK, here we come. Francais. Lovely French town. A lot of snow. Got the river down there as well, but you can't see that. Bring that speed down. It's still icy around here. Very snowy, as you can see. We don't want to be going too fast. We've just got to drive all the way to Cockles now. 8 hours and 25. We haven't got that much. We get quite close. We might make TWV today. No, I don't think we will. No. We won't make TWV. They can all overtake. Good. I'm glad they've done that because it takes the pressure off now. Look how beautiful and white this is on the right hand side. It's just, it's stunning. All these views. The only thing I say about their little towns and villages like this, they're really not wide at all. They're really narrow. Another little eateries, Caressiers. Move over a bit more for this truck that's coming, or will be coming. There we go. So, God knows how they sell their houses out here. little. Red construction. Seen quite a few car dealers a little while ago. Now I've seen some more Renault garages there, little tractors. Combine harvester. Train track. Right, and away we go out again. Right, so now we are well out of the way of Switzerland. We are midway through the middle of France. We're about 50 miles southeast of Reims. So we're making our way up towards Reims and up on the A26 currently. I just thought now this would be a nice little time for 5 minutes, well not even that, but just for a few minutes, just to give you a little understanding of my time in Switzerland whilst I wasn't working. Now, if you've never been to Switzerland, it is a very beautiful country. However, very, very expensive. So I'm going to give you an example or two, alright? So a normal drive in the UK or a normal drive in Europe, you stop, you have a shower, at most I would say €3, but most of the time you don't need to pay for a shower. So in Switzerland it was £10 for a shower. The service station I stayed at was a minimum of 10 minutes at £1 per minute, or €1 or 1 Czech franc per minute. So it was £10, quite expensive. However, in order for me to get that £10 or that change, you had to use coin. That's the other thing as well, you had to use coin. You couldn't use card, you couldn't use cash. So I had to withdraw some money from the bank. Now in Czech francs, the minimum you could withdraw was 100 Czech francs. That's about 98 quid. Alright? Euros, the minimum you can withdraw is 50. And we all know what 50 is. It's 42 to 43 quid in euros. So I decided to go for the euros. I don't need 100 francs, Swiss francs, I don't need it. So the euros, I thought I could make do with the euros because I can use the euros normally on my job. So I took this €50 note that the bank gave me, and the lady in the shop says, we can't accept and change that. You need to buy something and we will give you all the change in Swiss francs. Now that's no good to me. So I ummed and ahed, I walked away, I said okay, we'll forget about it. I walked over to McDonald's, it was in the service station. Right? Now, I ended up buying a McDonald's so I could get change. I'm not a massive McDonald's fan, right? I ended up buying a Big Mac meal that cost me £24 for a Big Mac meal. £24. I thought I'm just going to get a box of 20 chicken nuggets that'll last me now and the next day for a bit of lunch or something. £20 for 20 chicken. It was £1 a nugget. So I thought, well, what's the cheapest thing I can get that's a meal? Do you know what? A Big Mac is not regarded as a big thing out there like it is in the UK and the US. They have a new thing called the M-Burger. I don't know what it was, I didn't read about it, I had no interest. So I bought a Big Mac meal. So be warned, be warned. Switzerland is a stunning, beautiful country. Looking at the Alps, all the snow on the Alps, all the ski resorts, amazing. But in terms of expense for food, water was nearly £5 a bottle for a still bottle of water. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. 1 litre bottle, almost a £5. Water. So just be aware, if you go to Switzerland, as stunning, and I mean as stunning as that country is, it's expensive. And to transit freight in and out, oh my god. Well, you've seen on the video what I had to do as a mission. But anyway, it's all done. We're out, we're in France, back on familiar territory for me. And yeah, I'm not sure the next time I'm going to end up going to Switzerland. Probably never again. We are sort of Troyes. We've got 27 minutes drive time left. There's a park in about 8 miles. So we're going to pull in there and have a 45 and then crack onto TWV. Good morning. So we are on, what day are we on? Tuesday now, and we are at TWV truck stop. We're about an hour away, an hour and 10 minutes away from Cockles, Calais, and the idea is we get over this morning and then we got to head into customs in the UK, which is Sevenoaks, which can be hit or miss. It really is 50-50 on whether it's good or bad if you're in long time or not such a long time. So there's a chance we could get this tip today. So if we're able to get it tipped, then I'm happy to. I just don't know for sure, so I don't want to commit and say, oh, we're definitely getting this tipped today, because we may not. I think it's all going to depend on customs. I've just had an 11-hour break. Pretty unwell still, if I'm honest. I won't go into it, but last night was absolutely horrendous. I've had very little sleep, so I could really do today without being a busy long day, if I'm being honest. I feel shy. How are we finding it so far? Have you enjoyed this episode? If you have enjoyed this episode, please pop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you want to see more of. You know, I'm making these videos for you, so if there's something you want to see, that you may be a newbie coming up and you think, oh, I wonder how I do this, but I wonder if it's right or wrong, or is there another way of doing it, let me know in the comments below, and I will try my hardest to provide for you what you would like to see. I answer every single comment. I do spend time going through the comments, so please don't think you're just going to comment and he's never going to reply. I read every comment. It will get seen and videos will get made. It just may happen over a few weeks rather than the next week. You know, you might put a comment and say, oh, I'd love someone to show me how to use a roller bed. I've got to use one on my new job in a few weeks' time. Something like that. I may rush it so that you can see it before your new job. But if it's just a standard, yeah, can you show me how you do up your curtain, because I really struggle doing my curtain or pulling my curtains up, I'll gladly do a video on that. Anyway, right, we are going to crack on and head on to Calais. Like I say, thumbs up, comment if you like, and yeah, I will talk to you very, very soon. So we have just made it up to the shuttle. I haven't even checked what the status is, but it makes no difference. I've got to go through regardless. Can't be any worse than an 11-hour delay anyway. And if you missed that, check it out on my channel. It's actually called a 7-hour delay that turned into 11, but I left the thumbnail at 7. So go and check it out. And it seems relatively quiet this morning. However, it always seems quiet up to this point. And when you get up to the Browner Hill here at the top, if you look to the right, you'll see them all queuing, or you'll see nothing queuing. It's one or the other. And then go through and turn left and wait, fill out my carnet. Once I've filled out the carnet, I need to then progress to the French police and get them to do the carnet for me. So could be a bit of a process, we'll see. Not too sure. And here is where we go through to start our customs and vehicle checks. Not them sort of vehicle checks, they get the dogs round and all that sort of malarkey. You know, they do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's relatively quiet. I'm absolutely shocked. I thought it'd be a lot busier than that, but it isn't. So there's a few waiting over there though to board the trains. Welcome back, people. How are we? So we are now off the train in the UK, back on familiar territory, and we are now going into Sevenoaks for an inspection. We knew it was going to happen because we've got the carnets. When you have a carnet, you've got to fill your form. You've got to come here anyway. So it's not an inspection. They just want to. You've got to do your paperwork pretty much. So for those that's never been to Sevenoaks, this is what you do when you get here. So you come off junction 10A, and M20 junction 10A, and this is Sevenoaks here on the left where them trucks are queuing. So it is, I can tell already it's going to be busy because the amount of trucks queuing here. So basically we go there, we tell them we're in, what we'll do, if it's an import or an export, you go around the other side, you get given a load, a parking bay, you park up, you walk into the centre, you queue up for ages, give them your paperwork, they say, right, go and sit in your lorry, see you in half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. You get a text message saying there's a problem or your paperwork is ready. So that's what we're waiting on, one of them. So we're going to go in there, give them our paperwork. Well, first of all, we're going to go in there, book in, get parked up, give them our paperwork, and then you come back to the lorry and you sit around. You could be here 20 minutes, you could be here 2 hours. It really is as varied as that. And then you have people standing to direct you which way to go, as if you don't know where you're going. So I'm going to let this do this before me. I won't forget that, because some people forget it, and don't worry. So it is what it is. Alright guys and girls, so just a heads up, we were at Sevenoaks, we have now cleared, we are on our way to make our delivery. Should be there in about another hour and 20 minutes. Sevenoaks total time was 49 minutes, all that, so not too bad at all. We've been fairly lucky, if truth be told. So all good. Right, I'll see you at the delivery point. Alright guys and girls, so we have tipped, and unfortunately no cameras where I was because of what it was, so that's fair enough. And that actually brings me to the end of this episode. So what do you think? Like it? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you liked, what you disliked, anything you'd like me to improve on or elaborate on a bit more going further forward. So yeah, I'd just like to say thank you all for sticking by this episode, or these 2 episodes. And I will see you very, very soon for another fun episode. Where we're going to be going to next. Tune in to find out, guys and girls. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.